Good morning, everyone. It is, well, I guess I should wear my reading glasses because it's hard to read what's on the screen with my regular glasses. Can you tell I'm half awake? It is 4:28. Pardon me. Right now. 4:28 a.m. Hey Tracy, you're the first person I can see. 4:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, this is the first pajama chat we've had in a while. All right, got something to show you. Tracy, maybe you and me it looks like. Oh, Bernatka, greetings. Liliana. Hey, y'all. It's an unusual time for me to have a live chat. Well, hey, Caroline. I know you're probably about 5 hours ahead of me because you're in the UK or England, right? Pardon me. Hey. And Liliana, 6:30 p.m. in Australia. Wow, it's amazing, all these time shifts, isn't it? Okay, I guess I'm going to try and quit fooling with my hair and stuff. Wake up a little more. Let me show you what's happening. Quickly, we're going to take a fast look at the Geospace Magnetosphere Cut Planes models. And here you can see the legend shows the background is dark blue, white is mid, yellow, orange, and then red is red hot pressure in this case. So watch this, starting here, coming across, boom, that was at 6 UTC, and boom, 7, almost 8 UTC, whoop, and it reset itself. Okay, 1, that was around 6 to 7 UTC, boom, and that's at 7:30 UTC, wham. Another one around 8:40 UTC, and it reset itself again. Okay, here we go. This is what's going on. Wham! That was right about now. Now let's take a look here. At the beginning. Dark blue is the most intense on density. Wham! Look at it blowing the magnetosphere and the shield's back, just like its hair got blown back. And again, and these are correlating, that was interesting. These are correlating with the same blowbacks of incredible energy battering our shields. Look at that we saw with pressure, but this is density. Look at that. I'd say some solar storms have arrived. I'm wanting to watch this outer. Do you see that? Let's look at it a little closer. I don't recall seeing that before. See that where it hit something, then just sort of disappeared. All right, and this one I think is going to be our least interesting. Beginning at the beginning. This is velocity. The most intense is dark blue. Red is the background. And I missed a couple there. 7:30 UTC. Bam. Look at all the blue hitting. And that was now starting over again. As you can see from the slider, this covers about 3 hours down here. Whack, whack. What this means is it appears a solar storm has arrived at the door or the threshold of our magnetosphere. This, wham, let me pull it closer so you can see. This is Earth. White side, black side, that's day and night. Showing there. Right there. This is our atmosphere. This is the atmosphere going out to the almost to what we would call space. This is space out here, definitely. This is the shield of the Earth, the bow shock or bow shock. And the sun is out over this way, but way out over this way. And all that's coming, most of it comes from the sun. And it hits our shields. You can see the shields react. And there you can see what is coming is inside the shields. So that power that came is now moving inside, and you can see it all in there. Okay. We have many different things that we've been sort of waiting on. There's been coronal holes, and those openings in the plasma, the corona of the sun, let out solar wind. And the solar wind has more than just air in it. It has all kinds of detritus and that incredible plasma, which is like electrified lava. It's hard to describe plasma. Plasma is just such a key and yet a mystery of our universe. And we have something called plasma in our blood too, and lymphatic fluid. Isn't that interesting? So I want to show you that something has clearly arrived, and we will be seeing the influences of it, no doubt, for a while. And I want to show you very quickly what is happening over on spaceweatherlive.com, which is an app as well as a website you can look at. And let me get back to the beginning here, and let's open up Aurora Activity and refresh the page. And let's see. This is the main thing I want to show you. This is what got my attention. And let me zoom in on this. You see the red spikes? This is density. A lot of times when stuff arrives from the sun and from outer space, we see it show up in this way. And I'm going to try to, when I initially woke up, this wasn't very long ago, but at this point, it's been about 45 minutes ago, I'm going to guess, to an hour or so, that this big spike occurred. Now I'm going to try and get it to show us. So frustrating. It's 111, there it is. 111.33. Interesting numbers, aren't they? Look at that. Wow. I recently ran across where one of you all shared with me what the meanings of all the words or letters are there. Um, I'm really quite sleepy still, as you can tell. Um, I wanted to come on and tell you and show you this, though. That's a lot. That is a lot of density. That's a powerful spike, and the one next to it is not, on this side, is not much less. So 111.33 PCM. So, wow. Sorry for the moray. There we go. That's a little bit better. It's what we called it anyway when I was a commercial artist in another lifetime. Let's see if we can get this here. Come on. That one was 101.32 P/cm. These are big spikes. Very powerful spikes of density, which heralds the arrival of something right into our magnetosphere. And we watched it on the Geospace Magnetosphere Cut Planes model. And I'm slurring because I'm just was deeply asleep and then woke up. I did not have an alert or anything in the natural, but I guess I sensed a lot of things and finally woke up. Okay, as you can see, the rest of the charts are not looking too outstanding yet. There's our moon phase, but they will be picking up. The BZ is in the south, so that means we'll be feeling this a little more. The interplanetary magnetic field is still elevated, but not quite as much as it was earlier. Solar wind is 427.4 kilometers per second, and the KP index is only at a 2. So let's run over here to solar activity and just look around really quick. We have the fewest sunspots on the face of the sun here that I've seen in a very long time. And this one just showed up over here, just came around the bend. So totally together we have 5 is all. A lot of times we see 9 to 12 is the upper end, but it can get more than that sometimes. This is very few, but this one is carrying a punch. Let's take a look and I'll show you what I mean. Let's go to more data and it will give us this. Now let's go to 6 hours and you can see we had an M flare, which we haven't had a significant flare in several days now. So this one was an M1.1 flare. It's a M1.13 solar flare, which is significant. And you can see it up there where it crossed over into, let's see if I can get close enough. That yellow is M, the M class range. Now, some of you who are more new, this is what the solar flares run like. A and B is like quiet, we don't report on those. C is a small flare. Now there are numbers attached, like here, M1.13. This tells you how strong or severe it is. This is still in the lower range of the M flare, but M flares are strong flares. An X flare is a major flare, and that's as high as we go. But the numbers tell you how severe it is in each category. So, I want to show you something very exciting right now. Here is stereo ahead. These are images of the sun from a satellite. That white circle in the center is the sun, and this is the occluder that they use, or a occulter. It means it closes off the brightness of the sun directly around and over it so that the photographs can be taken. Okay, get ready. This is fun. Let me get in here. All right, now let's turn this into thumbnails. Boom, do you see it? Look at this. Oh my goodness, what in the world is that? What is that around the sun? We haven't seen anything quite this outlandish in a while. Look at that. The question is, what are these objects? What are these, what I jokingly call UFBs, unidentified flying blobs? Look at that. Now, depending on if it was on this side of the sun, in between the sun and the camera on the satellite, wait, in between the satellite camera and the sun, I am drowsy, woo. That would make it look even larger. But if it is behind the sun, or if it's to the side of the sun, and wherever it is, it appears it is seriously lit up. So it just appears as a whited out blob. This one, there's no telling how big that was. And that is huge. And then these, what appear to be smaller pieces, but compare those things to the size of our massive sun. What is this? Are these, is this just space detritus? I doubt it. And the reason I'm saying that is because they're lit up, which means they are next to the sun, or even behind it, and we're seeing the full force of the sun hitting these objects. Or they are self-lit, which that would be intriguing also. Anyway, look at it. This is very extraordinary, and we don't see anything quite like this very often. This is the rest of the sun's yard, as we might call it. And that is some big stuff happening. Makes you wonder what it means. Makes me wonder what it means. Is it, like I said, just massive space detritus, bigger than the sun? Or could it be some sort of planet, oddly shaped? Or are they vessels? What are we looking at? Good question, but worth taking note of, I feel. Okay, so let's come out of there. Let's come back into our normal region. And we're back here where we can see where the density was crazy. And up here to the little triangle. As far as current warnings and alerts, it's saying there's a slight possibility for aurora to show up in these, sorry, I have to enlarge or it doesn't want to focus. In these locations, and the strength of the interplanetary magnetic field is moderate, but they're not showing those blips that happened on the density. Okay, because they happen quick and they're gone now. So, let's look a little more. The big news, in my opinion, is the solar flare we had, which I took an image of, and this is what I'm going to be showing soon on our page. I did a little circle around the graphics here to show that incredible density that hit us, and we watched it on the cat pictures. We watched it. Wow, I'm really zoned. I'm really sleepy. I can't get my brain to cooperate and wake up. Usually I wake up pretty quick, but I'm not doing it this morning. M1.13 solar flare. This occurred about 2 o'clock, I think, Now we're pushing 4 a.m. here where I live, Eastern Standard Time. And when I looked at it, I do believe I was closer to 3 o'clock when I started to get up and prepare to jump on here really quick. So this happened about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or as it says, 5 o'clock UTC. Now, there I believe, though it's not circled or marked, there I believe is our solar flare, right here. And it's more vibrant on my iPad screen than it will show up for us here. Oh, that's a little better. It's impressive looking, and it's coming around the bend. So what does that mean? When things come to us from the sun and around the sun, it comes around the back and then it shows up on the left side of the sun, and then it crosses across the face of the sun. So this looking very red hot solar spot, sunspot is going to carry a punch, and we may see some significant solar flares over the next several days, or we may not. You never know how it's going to behave. Wow. Well, I think we've pretty much covered what I came on here to do. And seeing as how I'm so blurry, not making a whole lot of sense, not even to myself, I'm going to tie this up in a neat little, maybe not so neat little knot. You call it a morning. Let me look real quick and see what you all are saying. Pat Gooch, you are very welcome. Hey Pamela, there you are. My goodness, our power went off at midnight CDT and came back on around 1:45. I slept a little afterwards, but woke up now to find you here and all this going on. Hey Pam. Yes. Actually, I don't know how to say your name. She says, thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome. And Roger is saying gratitude. Love back at you, Roger. And Trina, hello, watching from Queensland, Australia. Hey there. Hey there, Trina. Uh-oh. Annie, I can't read that right now. It looks like French. Beautiful language, but it won't translate when I'm on a live chat. I'll have to look at that when I get back on. I see solar resonance of Schumann. Profoundment. Talking about how profound it is. I can see a few little meanings. And I will read what you said later, or at least I intend to. I've been having a lot of stuff going on in my own life right now where I'm not having as much time to catch what's happening on the page all the time. Been kind of busy, and it takes so much time to answer everyone's comments because of the way Facebook makes everything spin every time I answer anything, and then I have to go search to see where I was in the beginning, and it's very time consuming. Ina, am having low blood pressure, out of energy, noise in the ears. Hold on just a moment. Let me ask a few questions with my strength testing. Hold on. can use my hands. Oh, maybe not. Hold on just a minute. Get the case off of my phone because it does not allow me to hang stuff up here. There we go. Okay. What is going on with that? Is it related to the energy source? I think you might want to go get that checked out with your physician because I'm not finding that to be directly related to the energies. I may be completely wrong. That's just my impression there. Okay. Make sure you're hydrated, everyone. That can mess with everything if you're not hydrated. Wow, and I totally lost my space in our conversation. My goodness, look at all the comments. I didn't know everyone had said all this. Okay, and Tatiana, I can't read what the language you're talking in either, but I see you appear to be having bad digestion issues. These energies hit us in a lot of ways, don't they? Jerry says my dogs wake. Now, I was having the strangest dreams. Why is the moon not where it's supposed to be? What do you mean? Of course, the moon does a cycle, so it comes up in different places, but I haven't looked at it recently. I did see something on someone's post where another moon came up. Right now, our moon said, this is it for you all. It's on this side. I hope that's showing it correctly. The lit up part of the moon is on the left side, on the side slightly under, and the one that they showed was lit on the bottom like a chalice moon, and it was flickering red and gold and all kinds of crazy colors, but it looked just like a moon. So I don't know what's going on with the moon, but apparently something is happening. Hey Eileen from Australia, Melbourne. Oh, I want to greet everybody, but I better not. Well, thank you. I am not reading stuff very well. Maybe the energies are affecting my eyes. That can happen too, you know. It can affect all kinds of parts and things about us. Ichelli said I pronounced the name perfectly. Oh, she's watching from Vietnam. My goodness, greetings. The global community is here. Well, thank you, Pamela. You're sweet. Oh, and here's someone from Scotland from the little tiny flag I see. Hey, Bex. All this I love. Oh, Lucia, you must be from a Slavic country. Multisec. I don't know how to say the I think that's thank you from the friends I have in these areas. I've learned a little bit here and there over the years from talking to folks and reading their comments. Haida says, do you have a feeling yourself when the big solar flash might happen? I don't. Matter of fact, in answer to this, there is a common belief out there among many people that there is going to be a big solar flash. And when that occurs, and what a solar flash in this case would be, it's a huge explosion on the face of the sun that would make such an explosion that it would hit the earth in a very catastrophic way and at least blast the side of the sun, the side of the earth that's facing the sun. And many people believe that will be the end of life on the whole earth, but a lot of people believe the solar flash, if that occurs anywhere in our lifetime, that it will be the huge ascension experience all like once. So like the Christian belief in the rapture, or the many other beliefs that show up in many other traditions and religions and belief systems that have been prognosticated for years. I personally feel that if there is a grand solar flash, it's going to be more for people like us who are trying our best to walk and flow and align with love, capital L-O-V-E, Prime Creator, God, Great Spirit, whatever you want to call our great heavenly parent that we come from and are one with. I think if we are aligning with this great one through love and doing all we know to follow after love and light, that when that huge blast of energy and amazing light might hit the earth, it will be like being washed over by love. We will instantly understand and know what we've always wanted to know, and we will enter into 5D or higher instantly. Greg Prescott, who has a wonderful page on Facebook, he's one of the people I learned about the Schumann resonance from when I first started learning years and years ago now. He had a vision where he was sitting on the beach. He lives in Florida. And in this vision, he saw the sun and he saw the sky go white. I need to read what he said again. But everything just suddenly went white. He had no fear. He felt incredible love and bliss. And that was the grand solar flash in his vision. To other people who were not following after love and light, or beings that are on this earth that are illegal, like reptilians and stuff like that, I don't believe it will be a happy experience, because they don't love light, and they do not love love, and they are dark in their makeup, and they, as a rule, follow after that darkness and harm. Though I've heard there are some that are not like that. I really don't know. But those beings that do not follow after that beauty and light and love, and do not allow themselves to be raised and upgraded and ascend, they will not move into the next density, which would be 5D or above. That's what I understand about the solar flash. And many people talk about it, like I've heard many Christians over the years talk about the rapture. I think they may be something very much similar. As to when it will occur, I don't know. The signs are certainly there, in that there's so much change, there's so much powerful stuff going on. Even the timeline shifts, to me, are clear indicators that we're at the end of this age, the end of an era, and getting ready to move into the next one, which I find very exciting. And I am not afraid of whatever is coming if it comes in our lifetime. So what I always say is, Haida, I think, perhaps would be the name, or Hida, how to say your name, I don't know. I'm having not a very clear understanding of how to say your name, but I want to honor you by saying as closely as I can. I don't know if it's coming in our lifetime, but it might be. And so what I say to all of us is, be ready. And the only way that I believe and know that we can be ready is by aligning our hearts, our souls, our spirits, every part of us with love. Because God is love. And that very, very high frequency of unconditional divine love brings us into a place of very high frequency, very high energy, to where we operate in that love, and we receive the upgrades without such severe symptoms. You know, if you are in alignment with the energy, you're not going to take note of it too much. And the more we allow those energies to come and dislodge any dark trauma, sticky, heavy, dark energy that may have happened through trauma in our lives or something like that, the more we allow ourselves to be cleansed of that and let that flow out of us, the more it will become more of a flow. That's the way I believe. But I still have plenty of stuff because of trauma in my very early life that still gets hit sometimes when the energies come in, and so I can feel it in different ways. Many people, it hits their digestive system. Many people, it makes their heart go out of rhythm a little bit. You know, some people get headaches. People react differently, and we call those ascension or Schumann ascension symptoms. The more you align yourself and kind of accept and receive the changes and the incoming energies and quit fighting it or hating it, the easier you can flow with it. So I encourage you all to do that. So I hope that answered a little bit. Many people believe it's right away. I don't know. I just know we need to be ready all the time. And the only way you can truly be ready is in your heart and in the frequency you carry. Okay. Now I'm back to where I was before, reading your comments. And we'll quickly look back. The reason for those of you who might be okay, actually having a headache, sinus, and her ears feel like they're about to explode. I don't know if it's a her action, I can't see. But actually, if you ground yourself, it might help you. I use a grounding or earthing wristband. Here's one of them right here. And it has a metal plate in it, and you just wear it around your wrist or your ankle or whatever your preference is. This will ground you. You plug it into your the grounding opening on your outlets for your electrical. This will ground you to 0 earth frequency, and it will drain all the excess energy out, and that might help with those symptoms actually. And also make sure you take a lot of deep breaths and stay hydrated and spend time processing and just letting yourself breathe in and out and let that flow through you. And I tell you what, let's do the heart brain coherence meditation pretty soon here, and many people experience huge relief when we do this, and it can be instant. It's amazing. Sheila, I'm feeling really healed by this energy last couple of hours, which is very welcome, and I'm grateful. Wonderful. Sheila, that's great. Wonderful, wonderful. And Debbie says she feels like her head is going to explode and she's so drained. Do the earthing or grounding. Walk outside if you don't have something like this, which I do carry this in my little online store. I'll try to remember to put the link to it. Go outside barefoot and walk on the grass or dirt for a minute to 5 minutes, and it will ground you, and you might get a lot of relief from that. And once again, stay hydrated. And Roger says he's going to the park for grounding. Hug the trees and drink lots of pure water and meditate. Good. Excellent, Roger. Excellent. And if you live somewhere where you're not able to walk barefoot, then go outside and put the palms of your hands on a tree trunk. So you're sort of hugging the tree. You want your bare skin against the tree trunk. That will also ground you and help you deal with the energies. Faith says, so tired, but wired all at once. Hello, hello, hello everyone. So good to see everybody. Yes, Debbie, I would say we're seeing that people are definitely having headaches and stuff like that during all of this. Constance woke up with digestive issues. Hey, hey, hey. Good to see you. Oh, Sheila, bless your heart. Okay, I'm going to stop reading all of you all's beautiful, riveting messages and comments, and let's do the heart-brain coherence meditation. Quick synapses. Very quick. For those of you who recently joined us, let me show you what made me come on and talk with you. We had a M-class solar flare at about 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this happened. The density went out the roof at 111.33 p/cm. And that is huge. That speaks that there is something that arrived. And this, look at this, look what was by the sun. This is the sun, this white circle here. This is where they black it out. This is an image from a satellite. And look at those huge objects around our sun. Unexplainable. I call them UFBs. Unidentified flying blobs. Something is up, beloved. Something is up. That's the main thing I want to show you. And let's go ahead and do the heart brain coherence meditation. And if you're wondering, well, what does that mean? Those things I just showed you, especially the density and solar flare. And we watched on the geospace magnetosphere earlier, and you can watch this on the replay, that something definitely arrived here at our atmosphere. And we can see it when it hit the bow shock or the shields of the Earth. So that density, that super high density, is here, which means there will probably be a little solar storm activity soon. And I'll let you know when all of that shows up on the charts. But let's do the heart-brain coherence meditation very quickly. It only takes 3 minutes. And let's go for that. So I'll let you know when the 3 minutes is up. Touch your heart area. Very simple. This is so simple, and it can make incredible change. You can suddenly realize you have superpowers. You can have aha moments, epiphanies. If your heart's flipping around, it may go totally steady. The anxiety you might be feeling may just totally disappear. You just never know, because when the heart and the brain come into coherence, when these powerful energies that we have, these energy centers come together, which happens during this meditation in 3 little minutes, all of a sudden your brain knows how to regulate you and fix you. And you get hooked up to the quantum field of possibilities where you can know all kinds of stuff. So touch the heart area. Imagine you're breathing in and out from the heart area, not just your nose and mouth. So breathe in and out. See it coming in and out from the heart region. Think of this when it comes to you inside the 3 minutes of our meditation. Now think of something you're really grateful for. Something that will really touch your heart, possibly. Think of your beautiful pets, your children, your family, your home. Some wonderful blessing that's come to you recently. Encounters you've had with the divine. I always remember the day of my spiritual awakening when I met love, heart to heart. So, here we go. Are you ready? I'll let you know when the 3 minutes is up. Breathing in and out from the heart. Focusing on and thinking about something that you are really grateful for, and let your heart feel whatever comes. Let us begin now. Let yourself remember it, feel it. Remember what that thing is you're grateful for, and just go there. Be surprised if you feel bliss and love and connectedness and oneness to the source and with one another. Just release some things right now. Let it go out with your breath. Okay, that was a quick 3 minutes. Thank you for joining me. And let me say, from my heart to yours, remember, we're not going through all of this for nothing. We're going someplace really good, 5D, a place where there is oneness and wholeness, and because we're whole and because we understand what we've forgotten in that time, in that place, in that dimension, there's no more sickness, no more lack. Instead, there's abundance and beautiful health and alignment with spirit and with source and with one another, and no more crime, because we will understand that we're all one. And what we do to someone else, we're doing to ourselves, and we will understand, all of us in that place will understand love and how to walk in that beautiful high frequency of love and light and kindness and abundance. So once again, remember, we're not going through all of this for nothing. We're going someplace really good. 5D. Love you much, Shumanites and fellow tribe, beautiful family and friends. See you soon.